Welcome back, everybody. How was Thanksgiving?
Good.
Everybody had a good time?
Much needed break.
Yeah, it was good.
A lot harder to come back, though. Tell you what.
Kind of lose a little momentum, I think.
Yeah, and it freaks me out that we come back and it's, oh, you only have like 2 weeks left. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And a bunch of quizzes and tests and papers and stuff. But yeah. Yeah. It all has to come to an end sometime.
Thank goodness.
Yep. All right, cool. Are we waiting for anybody?
Brody?
Brody?
Yeah, Brody.
Okay, cool. Did anybody travel for Thanksgiving?
Nope. We did.
Everybody stayed put?
North Idaho.
Where'd you go?
North Idaho, Coeur d'Alene area.
Nice. I grew up in Cambridge, near McCall.
Oh, okay.
If you know where that is.
I know McCall, kind of.
Yeah, it's north of Boise.
Okay.
So, yeah. I was pretty close to the Oregon border.
Okay, cool.
Tiny little. Yeah, but I love Coeur d'Alene. It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is paradise.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool. I was in Utah. So, it was fun. Nice and cold.
Utah during Thanksgiving. I like asked somebody, I'm like, where are you going? Oh, Utah. Oh, Utah. And I'm like, oh, okay. Everybody knows somebody in Utah.
Yeah, they do. Cool, cool. Well, should we get started?
Yes.
All right. Would anyone like to give a prayer?
I'll say it.
All right. Thanks, Bo.
Our Father in heaven, we're grateful for this day. We're grateful for the many blessings that was given us, and we're grateful for this opportunity that we're able to meet as a group. And we ask that Thy Spirit be with us, that we may be able to apply the things that we learned and be able to help each other understand the concepts. And we're grateful for the education that we're receiving and for the chance that we have to receive an education, and grateful for the gospel in our lives. And we love you and we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
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 Sweet. I feel like I kind of took over. Was anyone supposed to lead this week?
Not that we discussed.
Okay. Sweet. All right, well, let's get going. That's cool. I'm actually kind of pumped about this week. It's the first week that I found a super clear example on the Wall Street Journal for our topic, I think.
Okay, I nominate Ryan.
You haven't even heard it yet.
Sounds like the best one.
Whatever. So the question for us was, give an example of an application of the employment at will doctrine. And for my example, I'll start first. Wall Street Journal, let's see. Says Bloomberg LP has been losing money in some of its departments, including its Business Week division. In order to save the company, 30 employees had to be let go, even though they did nothing wrong. This is an example of a company's right to employ at will. The employees will likely receive severance packages since it is not their personal fault that the divisions are losing the company money.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Hands down better than mine.
I can go next.
Go for it.
Mine says that ADP reports an enormous increase of payrolls in the month of November, especially since it kicked off for Black Friday. The article states retailers could be accelerating seasonal hiring to secure an adequate workforce to meet holiday demand. This example shows the increase of employment is only seasonal, short time, or maybe even at will. There is a need for help in the retail store, and many people are willing to work, but there comes a time when they are let go. These people could have at-will employment and could be fired or quit at any time.
I'll read mine. So the title is China's slowing growth forces rethink on worker protections. And it says China is contemplating revisiting the law that gave people job security and protected them with having a job. Revisiting the law will no longer protect the country's workers and give companies the ability to let people go whenever they want. So,
That's good too.
Cool. I can do mine.
Go for it, McKay.
It's called Banco Popular faces threat as Spain's most Italian bank. Spain's Banco Popular has struggled in recent months. In an effort to cut costs, the bank announced that it will lay off 2,600 employees in this month. Which legal document is this action? Which legal action in accordance with employment at will?
All right. Good, good. Nathan, you're next.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. So mine was the Fed tightens rules addressing alleged revolving door with Wall Street Journal. In this article, it talks about a revolving door between the banking industry and more specifically about Wall Street and the federal government. It states that there is currently a 1-year cooling down period from when a senior level employee at the central bank leaves the government and when they are allowed to start working in the private sector. The cooling off period is expanding to include lower level supervisors. There is also a restriction on who former federal employees can talk to and what they can talk about. I feel that this makes it harder to have employment at will because of the restrictions placed on the former federal employees. On the other hand, I can see why it is important to regulate these employees because of the sensitive information that they come in contact with.
That one actually makes me really happy to hear that there might be some restrictions on that kind of thing going on.
Yeah, this one was a little harder for me because I hadn't really dealt much with the employment side. I've had to deal with the hiring side of this whole scenario, hiring people. So it's just a different frame of mind when you're on the other end.
Yeah. True. All right, so if we don't see Brody in the next couple of minutes, what are y'all's thoughts?
Ryan.
Yep.
that was a good one.
Let me just pop the link to this article over chat real quick. Okay. So it's kind of talking about ending one of their political TV shows, but also letting go of some Newsweek workers.
Is that the link to the article?
Yeah, that's the link to the article. Can you get to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. 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 So let's share a document and get some questions around it set up. Let me also give you my straight up example.
Do you have a document or do you want me to make one?
Yeah, if you don't mind, if you got one ready to go, it takes me a bit to get everybody shared on it.
Yeah, when you put it over in the link over in the comments section, okay, it seems to work really well.
Yeah.
This is one that we just use a few weeks ago, so I thought we could just change it up.
Okay, cool. Can we, let's see, we make a copy of this one? Or I guess you don't need to keep it.
No.
All right, cool. Okay, I'll start pasting this stuff in.
This is our last week of actually making a question. 'Cause next week we're just talking about the exam.
Nice. Put it right here. Okay, so maybe our question could be something like,
I was gonna say, I think a good question would be, if we just take out, this is an example of a company's right to employ at will, and make the question, this is an example of a company's blank,
That's good.
and then leave in the employees will likely receive a severance package.
I think that'll work.
okay, so then we can say yeah, which right?
Well, I would just put, this is an example of a company's blank.
And then be in employment at will, other.
Yeah.
Hi, Brody.
Hi. Sorry I'm late.
No worries.
Quite the entrance.
Yeah. Had a basketball game and went late.
Yeah. Cool. What was the crashing sound? I gotta know.
Oh, that's the ice machine.
Okay.
Did you win the basketball game?
Yeah, we won barely. We came back and won. So I was lucky.
There you go.
Nice. So we've all shared our example for this week's question about employment at will. Do you want to share yours? Do you have one?
Yeah, just let me find it real fast.
Okay.
Okay. I think this was kind of along the lines. I was just guessing, but mine was Business Insider president and COO Julie Hansen is leaving the company at the end of the year. Last year, the company was acquired by Axel Springer. She signed an earn-out agreement at that time to remain in her leadership position with payouts coming over time. Her reason of leaving was to join a startup business. I just thought that was kind of close because she was kind of using her will, and the company has their stuff they can do too.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely both sides. Either side can terminate the employment at any time for any reason. Yeah, that works.
Mm-hmm.
So the one that we are using, I think you can see it in the comments. You can click on the doc link from McKay. And we're just working out the.
Mine doesn't. I don't have anything in my comments.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, let me try.
Yeah, I might have to resend. There we go.
Right on.
What
I
about
think
this?
someone deleted wrong answer. Whoops.
What about this wrong answer? The adverse impact or the disparate.
The Employee Limit Act.
Yeah.
I like that one. Trimming the fat.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. I think it's interesting. In employment at will, it says an employer may terminate an employee's employment at any time for a good reason, a bad reason, or no reason at all. This doctrine has been modified by statute and by the concept of abusive discharge. So I guess originally they could fire somebody for a bad reason, and I don't even know what that would look like. But it sounds kind of silly. Like, I'm firing you because it's Tuesday. But, no.
It's good to know if I'm ever boss.
Right.
That's okay. Sometimes you can't even fire him for a good reason.
Yeah, it's true. I am aware of someone who is using that exact situation to hold her employer hostage, essentially. She's pregnant, but she's a bad egg, a bad employee, and they can't let her go without fear of repercussions, even though she's not performing and abusing the company's benefits and all kinds of things.
Yeah, I had an employee that I wanted to terminate, but because of the union, I couldn't. I had good reason for it and everything. Like, I had a case all built up. This is why we should get rid of him. And they're like, nope, you can't even suspend him. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah. Luckily, he's not my employee anymore. He's somebody else's problem.
Eventually that happens naturally, but even still, it's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's make sure all of these wrong answers make sense grammatically.
I have a question. So we're talking about trimming the fat at the bottom, and it says eliminating unnecessary employees. And our feedback is there's no evidence that these were unnecessary, but our example says in order to save the company, 30 employees had to be let go, even though they did nothing wrong. So technically, they could be unnecessary. Let go.
Yeah. So what would be some good feedback, or maybe we need a different wrong answer?
Yeah, probably.
What's that?
What's another legal term we can use here? The company giving valid consideration to the situation.
Or maybe meeting a quota.
There you
Um,
go.
What about that? Consideration is not involved in this example. It is a principle involved in forming a contract.
Well, what if we used this is an example of the company lowering its labor cost. Well, but they are lowering their labor cost.
That's kind of true.
It's kind of true.
Yeah.
Think of this. You're just meeting a quota.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's kind of a good wrong answer.
Well, like if they didn't read, then they might think it's the right answer. But if they read, then they know.
Let's see. I kind of like the valid consideration Or
Or to follow the Equal Pay Act.
ooh, yeah. What do you guys think? Come on, we can come up with the wrong answer here. I know we can do
Like
it.
In the feedback, you can put down that there is no mention of pay in the example.
Possibly.
Because you'd have to be talking about the pay the people are getting in order to even bring up Equal Pay Act.
We can take out the part of their severance packages from the example.
Yeah.
A company, how about this? Company taking collateral damages.
Nothing's wrong.
Let's go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. A company taking collateral damages. Okay. I'm just looking through the glossary for other terms. Let's see. Ooh, how about this one? Breach of trust. Ooh. Breach of trust.
You say there is no.
What about insolvency?
I think breach of trust works, and then for feedback, we can say since employees weren't on contract, they could be, I guess,
There is.
really-
Okay.
That works.
Something like jurisprudence. All right. Somebody type out that wrong answer feedback.
We would just need to add in the example specifically that they were not under contract.
Okay, 30 non.
Non-contracted.
I don't think you would need to add that in. It's very uncommon to have contracted employees.
It's true.
Not
They
a
are
common thing.
I just don't know if everybody knows that.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't think anybody.
Okay. Everyone knows that not all states are at-will states, right?
Yes.
Some states are not at-will. A company can't just fire or let go of people anytime for any reason.
But I think there's only like 2 or 3 states like that left. Wisconsin used to be,
Mm-hmm.
and they are no longer. They are now an at-will employment state.
Yep.
There's only like 2 or 3 left,
Right.
and they're up in the Northeast where unions are major.
Right.
Good to know.
It looks like Montana might be the only one left.
Well, that might be.
Oh, no, there's quite a few actually. Let's see here. States who did not recognize just cause are Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Missouri, Montana, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Texas, and Virginia.
I don't think that means that it's not an at-will, because I know Texas is an at-will state.
Let's see. So it says all states recognize at-will employment, but some place limitations on it.
Mm.
So, public policy exemption, implied contract exemption, and good faith, covenant of good faith exemptions. So there's about 12 or 10 of each of those, and they're all different. Huh, interesting. Okay, how we doing?
I think we're about
Are we
done.
happy with it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
Okay. Okay, cool. Who wants to submit it? Shall I submit it?
Or I can. Either one.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll let you go for it. You've got the Hangout URL.
Okay, I'll submit it.
Okay. All right. Cool,
All
guys.
right.
Hey, till next week.
Only a couple of weeks left.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yep. Got a taste of the holidays. I can't wait for more.
Yeah.
Okay.